welcome to the show, friend of the show, and fellow
Yeah.
Minnesotan, TJ Oshie. TJ, good morning, sir.
Good morning. How we doing?
Good, man. Fresh off of what might be the biggest empty net goal in the most odd of circumstances in your career in a tie game.
Yeah, it was honestly skating down the ice. It was a little bit of a surprise to me that the net was pulled. We knew that there was a chance, but it felt a little early in the game, and I just usually it's at a face-off or the bench is screaming or something.
Yeah.
And so I actually had to figure it out by our ex-teammate Hathaway trying to block a shot at center ice. So.
Dude, it was funny. We had a viewing party of the game, and this season, and I think the word special gets thrown out, but when the early whistle where, like, Philly probably should have had a goal and the whistle was one early, I said to everybody at the table, I was like, they're going to win the game. Because in hockey, when you get those kinds of big bounces, then Ovi gets the goal where the puck goes off his glove, it tends to go your way. Did you kind of get that feeling, too, of, like, something's kind of aligning here?
A little bit. I think there was definitely some moments in the game non-luck related that were kind of like just not really going our way at other times. So it felt like the hockey gods might have been coming back there towards the end to even it up. But no, you definitely need to get those calls, and I had a couple different conversations with the refs on the no goal call. And so based on everything that everyone was saying, it looks like everything was called correctly and not necessarily too much luck. But, yeah, sometimes you need those bounces or there's those calls to go your way to either bring momentum back to your side or maybe take a little bit of wind out of their sails.
Well, it's interesting. I think in the hockey world, everybody's talking about the goal differential thing and how, like, this year's team maybe is not scoring as many goals. I've played and I coach right now at Georgetown Prep, and I've always thought that the teams, when you're on a team that can score 5 goals the entire season, those teams rarely do well in the playoffs because they haven't faced adversity. You guys have had a tough go basically from game one, which is why it almost feels like you're primed for a deep run in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we've been at a point in our career now where we haven't been able to afford to look forward to future games or to look forward to different things, to look forward to playoffs. I mean, we've only had a day and a half to do that. So we've been a team that has had to stay very in the moment and adjust on the fly for whatever's come our way, whether it's injuries, at one point, trades, and other things like that, tough losses. And so I think going into playoffs, a team that has had to stay in the moment for a long time now, and like you said, face some adversity head on, I think that can definitely help you out in the playoffs, knowing that you have guys that have stepped up in big moments, and you haven't been able to coast at all into the first round.
It's funny, man. I was at the Bruins game, and before the game, they always have like player profiles where it's like, Alex Ovechkin and his stats, and it shows Ovi looking and doing his thing, and then it gets to you, and you and Willie happen to be doing the nut check, the cup checks on each other, which I was like, oh, it's so good. It seems like, man, you obviously been in the league for a minute, but it seems like it's still fun. Like you're still enjoying just playing, and it's obviously great to be playing professionally, but it's still you enjoy being out there.
Yeah, I really do. I mean, I'm just I'm a crazy competitive person. So, I get almost like, I guess giddy would be the right word.
Yeah.
When I'm getting ready, like about to compete in something. So it's as simple as like playing cards on the plane with the boys. Like once I step on the plane, I'm like, I get like a little smile on my face. I'm excited to like be able to compete on the plane and play cards. And I'm the same way when I go to the golf course or even in the morning before school playing basketball in the driveway with the kids. So I'm just kind of a sports crazy person. And so when I pull into the rink, I just get this huge, burst of energy and excitement to be able to get on the ice, and especially at my age and things I've gone through, to to still be able to be out there and compete with the fellas is it's just an absolute pleasure. So I think you kind of see that in my face, whether it's at warm-ups, doing the fun stuff with Willie, or the handshakes before the game, or whatever it is. So still definitely enjoy it.
Talking to TJ Oshie, the Capitals. You mentioned the kids. You have a whole brood of Oshies. Do you let them win, TJ? Or if one of your daughters goes for a layup, you tell them to get that ish out of here and smack it out of the way?
Dunk on them?
I let them win if they're working hard. If they're kind of going through the motions, I'll make sure that I get a W. So
it's a lesson.
I really want them to just always to get rewarded for working hard and get rewarded for having fun, and not rewarded for we're fortunate that they've had a lot of opportunities to try a lot of different sports. Sure. So they've excelled at some of them, and when they think that just their skill is good enough, I make sure to step in and show them that you also got to work hard, and working hard is skill. So
you never stop.
But they're winning a lot of games. I'll say that.
Absolutely.
Little man,
so cute.
Little man right now is scoring a lot of hat tricks in the basement. But
I love that.
Yeah,
but I definitely want to keep them humble and have a good heart and a good mind and be a hard worker too.
Knee hockey, nothing better. Let me ask you this: speaking of the children, what's the oddest pet they've asked for? Like they asked for like a lizard or like a gecko, anything like that?
No, there was quick talks about a turtle, but it's mostly we're kind of a dog family. We got 2 dogs at home, and so our oldest, Lila, she just turned 10 on St. Patty's Day. She recently asked to get her own puppy, and I think I went through and explained how the day would work for her, because Pops already has enough to do with the other 2 dogs.
Yeah.
And I think she quickly realized she wouldn't have very much free time. So we're holding off on that until she's able to tackle that. But no odd or weird pets. When they bring it up, we offer up like a mouse or something.
Sure.
And they're like, you know what? No, never mind.
Nah, don't want that.
We'll be okay.
I love that.
When we talked to you at the beginning of the season, we talked about some milestones. You hit 1,000 games. You hit 300 goals. You're 7 assists away from 400, 5 points away from 700, which is crazy. And then, huge milestone, too, according to the internet, married 9 years this year.
Yeah. I mean, I think the wife's probably most proud about that one, the last one. Hit some milestones. There was a couple of instances where I had to sit on the sidelines this year, which I think was a little bit to be expected. It's nice to hit those little things. At my point in my career, I'm not necessarily chasing any. I'm not chasing Wayne Gretzky. I'm not chasing any certain like a games played. Besides that 1,000 mark, I really wanted to hit. That 1,000 was really the only thing that I've ever wanted, really, for myself in hockey, as far as accolades or recognition. And so right now, it's the most rewarding thing for me is seeing a lot of these young kids turn into real gamers and real NHL players, and trying to show them the ropes of what it's like to be an all-the-time playoff type player.
Yeah.
And so we're getting there, and it's been really cool for me just as a father, having young kids, and now being an older veteran on the team, seeing, these kids that are, 15, 16 years younger than me, just kind of learn that stuff. And, you almost feel like not a father figure, but like a big brother. And
sure.
You're proud of how far the team's come. So I try to take it upon myself as well as some of the other older guys. And I think that's been kind of one of the proudest things for me is seeing these young guys turn into full-time NHLers.
Absolutely. And speaking of young players, I do want to mention, obviously, War of Minnesota, hockey dynasty, certainly. You have the War brand, and the neck protectors were such a huge, not to say issue this year, but certainly brought to light how important they are. You guys make those, right? So if parents are looking to make sure their kids are protected, because skate blades, I mean, it's sharpened steel, and it's important to protect the neck. Wara brand has the neck guards and the wrist guards, correct?
We do have them. We were kind of the first one to throw the cut resistant material on our wrists, just from me seeing a lot of wrists getting cut.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whether it's guys getting stepped on or jumping over the bench, and then also the Achilles tendon, which one of my closest friends, the guy at my wedding, Chris Porter, he's my college roommate, played with me in St. Louis for a long time. Yeah. His career ended on an Achilles tendon slice from a skate. So we got that protected, and then there was actually a young boy that had died in Connecticut a couple years ago, and right when I saw it, I was, I told my partners, I was like, we got to do something to protect the kids. And then you see it happen at the pro level to Adam Johnson overseas, and then I was like, I guess I need these too, and I threw one on myself, and so we got them at World.com. Our stuff is super high tech. I'm fortunate to get to use all different brands in the business, and so I took everything that I didn't like about all the other brands and tried to make one kind of super shirt and super garment for the top and bottom. So we got those for sale on our website, and I hope people like them. Most importantly, really want to keep the youth and the kids protected. They don't have the couple ambulances sitting there waiting on call like we do. So
absolutely.
But yeah, they're there. I hope everyone likes them, and hope everyone stays safe.
Appreciate TJ Oshie, always a pleasure. We're going to try and get to, I think, hopefully the first home game, Game 3. I'm going to throw this out there. You score a goal, you give a giant thumbs up to the camera. That way we know you're doing it for us.
Yeah.
Okay. There's only one station I want to do it for, so here we go.
Yes. Appreciate it. TJ, man, a pleasure as always. Good luck the rest of the way in the playoffs, man. We appreciate the time.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me this morning. Have a good day.
Appreciate it, dude. Thank you.